Just the fool, I thought I knew you act different when you pop too. I hope these words get through to you. I hope these words get through to you.
YouTube, what's good, everybody? Fix it today. I'm back with another video, a late night video, so no cam. I kind of like no cam. I don't gotta look at the camera and you know what I'm saying. But watched the gun bunch, full gun bunch ebook. Did it under 12 minutes for you guys. I want to see it fast. I'll now be breaking it down like slow. You know what I'm saying? More thought out, more thought process in it. Yeah. So if I missed anything, probably watch that video first, even if you don't really want to. But I'm gonna try to go over everything. This receiver, solo side receiver, outside apprentice. I mean, now we have wide receiver apprentice, so you can use that, but outside apprentice and short in elite. Short in on everybody that you can. This receiver right here, you want slot apprentice or wide receiver apprentice, obviously, but slot apprentice right here, short in as well. This receiver, short in, tight end. With this new, you just tight end, short in. For this ebook, short in. But with the way the new people are running bunch, they're running this with tight end apprentice, and with not tight end apprentice, slot apprentice on their tight end, so they can get like hot routes. You know what I'm saying? It's different route combos that are coming out now that the pros are kind of using. You'll kind of see in this upcoming tournament this weekend. So yeah, slot apprentice on this tight end right here. Or if you can't, just short in is fine. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use the new route combos. This ebook is not going to have any tight end apprentice route combos, so you'll be fine. That's it for everybody. Short in. So go over it again. Short in, outside apprentice, slot apprentice, short in on the tight end, short in on, you know what I'm saying, this receiver right here. If you want threat detector or your identifiers or whatever you want to use, that's optional as well. Let's get into the ebook. Audibles, bunch, trail, verticals, clear out, and mesh post. You usually just come out of mesh post. It's probably what I would say. And then, yeah, so you have 5 plays, 5 options to go through. Let's get into the ebook. All right, first play we're going to go over is clear out versus cover 3, wide side of the field. All you're going to want to do is set up your play like this. Corner route, that outside B receiver, X on an in route. And this is how all the pro players, all the good players are running their clear out. Obviously, there's multiple setups, but this is, you know what I'm saying, the main play. So come out like that, boom. Once that cornerback drops, lead pass this to the outside. Lead pass it more to the outside, maybe like a 3-ish o'clock, like as if you're throwing it towards the sideline. So what's going to happen is, as you see that corner route, see that deep third, he takes the corner route, you see him bite down. As soon as he bites down, lead pass it to the sideline. Easy money. Now, obviously, if you have somebody faster there, like a Scotty Miller or something like that, I should have probably subbed in. It looks better. So boom. And then my arm just got in a defender. But yeah, you also, now the reason why you want to in route this is just in case they do deep half or something like that. You have this backside in route, or you have the tight end, you know what I'm saying, on the seam. Let's say, for example, right, the user, let's say they deep half, and then the user, you know what I'm saying, the user, if they do deep half, and then the user is guarding the in route to try to take something underneath, and you have that right there. Now, make sure you do highball that, though, because this game, the users are kind of getting crazy what they can pick off. So just make sure you highball that. Easy money. That's going to be easy versus cover 3, especially with these zones, without zone drops. That's going to get behind the cover 3 yellow zones. So you also have that option as well. See, that gets wide open, you know what I'm saying? Highball, easy, so it's never going to get picked. And, you know what I'm saying, the odds of it getting played is a little bit less, right? Obviously, they're going to probably press or something like that. So the safeties are going to come down a little bit. They may show blitz, so the safety will come down a little bit. So you might have to wait a little bit. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe you got to fit the window like that. Just make sure you have that option as well with clear out. You have that option for that. With clear out as well, you can set it up like this. You can set it up with a quick running back wheel route. The quick running back wheel route throw. Basically, if there's no, this is in zone, if there's no like defender, there's no quick flat defender, like where he's not manned up or something like that, and or the user is not going back, you can have this right there. This works versus curls, clouds, really even hards, but don't really test the hards. It works versus hards that are not, how do I explain this? If it's a D-line hard flat from the D-line, some people D-line hard flat, they'll have a better chance of playing this, right? But if it's from like a hard flat from like that slot corner where you see right over that defensive end, he will play it, but he won't play it instantly like a snap like that. You know what I'm saying? He'll still get out there late. Because he won't die for it. You know what I'm saying? You might get tackled at most. But yeah, curls, clouds, that you still have the option to throw that wheel route. So as well. And yeah, you can, you know what I'm saying? You can throw that. It's not really a smart throw or a risky throw but like, for example, you can throw that if they do deep half, and then that corner basically goes all the way back. I'm not going to simulate it, but you know what I'm saying? You can basically throw that corner route if he deep halves. But if not, then he doesn't deep half, and you just come out, and you can just come out and just bomb them, right? You just come out and just bomb them with clear out. That's kind of what you want to look for. You want to look for the bomb pretty much like first play of the game. If they are in cover 3, anytime they give you a single high safety look, you kind of want to set up your bomb, right? Come out fast, set it up. And also, the quicker you set it up, the better. You could literally come out, boom, right there, and set it up, even like that, because that's all you're looking for, right? And I'm getting sacked. This Miami D line kind of got some hitters on it, but set up again, easy money. That's a perfect throw to the sideline, away from the safety. There's no safety that will be able to play that like that. So that's pretty much it for clear out. Now clear out versus cover 2, same setup, right? You have you can have this little wheel route, throw that wheel route immediately, boom, right immediately. You want to snap throw it like fast, and you want to basically snap throw it. That's like, you really want to snap throw that. But yeah, you have this little B route over the top of cover 2. What's happening is that like streak fade is basically grabbing the attention of the safety, and because this is a normal cloud flat, that cloud is only going to play like what, 10-15 yards, and he's going to stop, and he's not going to basically back up unless you have zone drops on, or your opponent has zone drops on. So that corner route is able to get over the top of that cover 2. So he'll get over it. If you just wait long enough, you'll get time in the pocket to throw that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not getting blitzed, like with a 3-4 man rush, you'll get enough time in the pocket if they don't shed. So don't worry about that. It's not like that's far developing. You do got to watch it though. But yeah, you want that to happen all the time though with your wheel route. You want to throw that wheel route, quick snap throw it. Set your play up like this. Quick snap, throw that wheel, boom, and then basically stiff arm, or you know what I'm saying, stiff arm punch the guy in the mouth, or you want to basically truck him. I personally like punching them in the mouth like that, boom, and you know what I'm saying. But then you're susceptible to a hit stick after that. I don't know if you notice, but every time you stiff arm them, you're like, your player always gets hit stick after. So you know what I'm saying. Just make sure you probably trucking is safer. Now, something like that, when that happens, that throw, when they can actually come and pick it, they will come and pick it if you throw that throw late. So basically, don't throw it late. If you're gonna throw it as soon as the snap. That's a late throw. They will pick that all the time. Do not throw it like that. So if you're gonna throw this in route, I mean this wheel route, have it like predetermined off the snap, like you're throwing it like that. Have it predetermined off the snap. Now, if you do get lurked, and they do lurk that, that's why identifier is really good if you're gonna run this. But if you're gonna basically throw this little bit, you see them. Let's say they're on that middle linebacker 55. Is that 55? The one basically that I'm IDing, right? We see the ID. If you see him on there, right there, throw that immediately. You know what I'm saying? This is just a nice little tester in zone to get like your 3, 4, 5, potentially 6, 7, 8 yards. And it's like, it's really just to get your 2, you know what I'm saying? Make it 2nd and 7, you know what I'm saying? 2nd and 6, something like that. Get your 3rd and 2, right? And then what will happen is it'll start putting the stress on their user to like basically guard that area. He may switch middle linebackers, and instead of guarding this guy, he's on this. You see where the idea is? He might start using that. Now, what that means is now you can attack the other side of the field. You know what I'm saying? You may attack the seam, right? I should have highballed that, right? Because you know what I'm saying, a normal player is probably clicking on and picking that. But now you can basically, you got the seam, you got this little corner route, basically corner route to get over the top of man. All right, boom, easy money, right? you got that. You got the corner route to get over the top of the man. You got the little seam. You also have this backside in route. Pretty good job versus zone, right? Because one of them linebackers is going to be a user. So one of them is going to be user. The user tends to guard the middle of the field, right? So he's probably going to take the wheel, then maybe take the, you know what I'm saying, take the in route, right? Whatever he doesn't do, you have a check down. Remember, you have a check down that you can step over in the pocket. Also, what's good to think about this in route is, for example, when you do step up in the pocket, he can turn into a blocker if you have like Lamar or something like that, like somebody fast, a fast QB. He can turn into a blocker once he crosses. So for example, I like to do something like this. Like once he crosses, and you just step up in the pocket, like right. If they crashed out and the pocket was available for you to step up in, right? So like that, clean pocket to step up in, something like that. Maybe I probably should have stepped right, but I'm just showing you this. Like for example, I just want to do it with Tom Brady, just so you can see. So right there, perfect pocket to step up in, right? Like that's a scrambling pocket. I could have just ran up and then that in route would have basically blocked. When it's basically open like that, where there's a middle and there's actually a way to scramble, that's a pretty good pocket. So boom, like there. You had your corner route as well. So that's kind of what you want to look for. You have this corner route, you have the seam, right? You have the corner route. And you have your tight end, your tight end seam. Now you can throw. I did mention this in the under 12 minutes. You can throw this little RB route, right? Throw this little high ball, easy money. You know what I'm saying? Up the middle, up the gut. Now you can throw this little. You can. There is a window to throw this little high ball. It's mainly in the red zone though, but you can high ball this little RB route, like a seam. You can basically turn that little fade to like a seam streak, but it's just better to do it on the tight end. It's less riskier, and you can throw it like that. But you can basically like lead pass it inside and basically highball it. But it's probably just better to do that with the tight end. It's easier. It's way better. But yeah, so you got that seam, got that, easy. That's it. Clear out versus zone. Let me just give you this bonus setup. I'm saying it's a bonus because this is like if you had slot apprentice on the tight end. If you do have like if you do have your slot apprentice on the tight end, like Jeremy Shockey, what is people using with bunch. So quick setup. If you wanted to set this play up like and you wanted to still have the bomb available with that streak, that fade corner, but you wanted to have man coverage beaters out there as well, you could basically run this post, or you could just put them on a slant. So tight end slant. And then have the outside C route. If you want him, if I'm stuttering, right? If you have tight end apprentice post route, if you don't, slant route, right? So bonus, and then you could basically run it like this. So you have a slant, the corner, and then you still have that fade just in case they do have cover 3. So if they do have cover 3 and you don't know if they're in zone or man, and they have like a one high safety look, because let's say they're running like cover 1 or something like that, then and you don't know what it is, you can still have 2-man beating routes. You have 3. You have the C route, you have the corner route, and then you have the tight end slant. So you have boom, C route. That really looked open. And I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't highball it, so I guess it wasn't open. But yeah, so you have the slant, you have the corner route. You see, okay, that's open there. Okay, I got sack though, but yeah, that was open there because I'm like, yo, he literally lit up and then got behind him, but I just didn't highball it. So boom, like that, set it up like that. It's like, okay, did my feet get in bounds? That's kind of lazy, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay, so boom, like that, easy money. Right over the arms. You still have that corner route that can beat man coverage as well. It can beat zone and man, right? And depending on if you light up or not. You have this tight end slant that does a good job of keeping the user occupied. All right. And that is cover 2. That's cover 2, so he's actually played that, but obviously, you know, people are never going to send cover. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, but I don't know when's the last time I played a cover 2. It's always going to be cover 1 or, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you have that option for the C route, you have that option for the corner route, and then you have the option for the slant. But this is also just a bonus because it's just showing you that you can basically set up this play with this still, you know what I'm saying? Still like that, but then you also have the corner route. All right, that basically got wide open. Yeah, he beat him off the line of scrimmage. But yeah, that's gonna happen sometimes where he overthrows it. But yeah, you basically can set it up instead of keeping him on the seam, you just keep him on a slant as well. Different option to keep him on a slant. And then boom, right there. You still have that corner out option open. The tight end slant is going to be there, but potentially, you know what I'm saying, the user's probably going to guard that tight end slant or the tight end post, right? So it's like that's why I kind of don't want to throw it. You want to keep away from the user for the most part. Boom, right there. Obviously, if it's a tight end post, the user might not guard it because the user might think it's a seam. If you do want to basically try to, let's say they're sending like 3 and they're running like 2-man under. If you do want to put stress on the user, right? And force the user to guard something, put your tight end post or your tight end slant and then motion the running back over and put the running back on a wheel or something like that. The reason why you're going to put the running back on a wheel or something like that is because we'll outroute something like that to basically keep the user over. If they're running like a 4-down lineman or 3-down lineman rush on you, you just keep the user away and force the user to have to guard the running back. Now, if the user doesn't guard the running back, obviously you have the quick snap versus the running back. But if the user does guard the running back, then you basically have the middle of the field wide open. So that's something that you could do right there. Obviously, I did the post. You can use the slant. You can do the slant as well. You don't need the post or something like that. And that is versus, this is versus like 3 or 4-man rush, right? Like something like a cover 1 or cover 2-man under or something like that. Something like that. Even, yeah, you don't want to use this, or like a hybrid zone man coverage. You don't want to use this versus like heavy blitzing, because yeah, you just don't want to use it versus heavy blitzing. There's other setups that will show you that you can use versus heavy blitz setups. So I didn't highball that, but yeah, that's a little bonus clear out. Almost forgot to mention versus cover 4 quarters match. Do the same thing, right? Easy money, just corner out, and all you're gonna do is bomb, right? That's all you're gonna do versus match coverage. Now this is easy bomb versus match coverage. There's a couple other bombs. Now this same concept is just, think of this concept and then apply it to other match coverage concepts, right? Like other formations and how you can basically bomb with match coverage. A fade, a streak, and a corner route. It's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, how you kind of bomb match coverage, basically from a trips side or basically from a bunch side. Easy money. That's pretty much how you bomb match, right? It's easier with bunch because it's like the tight end. It's easier with bunch because it's quick snappable. So a lot of times with match coverage, what people will do with match is, my bad, I was far away. I was like leaning back in my chair. I'm not gonna lie, no face cam is kind of fire because I get to lean back and all types of stuff. But yeah, basically with match, what people tend to do with match, right? Yo, Acrobat is crazy. Acrobat pick artist? Let me find out. Why did he play that? Why did he play that like that? Like, he had no business even recognizing that because he literally has not recognized that. But he was like 4 or 5 steps behind. But yeah, basically, I don't even know what I was saying basically. But yeah, with this, because it's so quick snappable, people like to do is they like to, like, you know what I'm saying, deep half their quarters or something like that. Basically, it basically prevents bombs like these because that safety will basically be playing the deep half. The match principle will still get a little bit different, and usually the seam streak will be basically open because that tight, instead of that inside third guarding that tight end, he's going to play deep half, so he's not going to take that tight end until he crosses the middle. So the tight end seam streak will be open. Like, you see how he's coming down to play. That tight end seam streak will be open when they do deep half. But by the time you quick snap it, you'll be able to at least get one bomb off of them in match coverage, right? If you quick snap it. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Match coverage, clear out. Hey, another match beater I just want to show you guys so I don't forget is verticals. It still works, same as last year. All you want to do is streak the outside receiver. Now, it's not as consistent, but sometimes what will happen is he'll get a step on him, and he'll get a step enough to where you're able to basically bomb that like that and get a high ball throw, or a touch pass throw. Now, also, sometimes it will happen. You'll let me see if it'll get him. There we go. That's perfect what I was looking for. Literally what I was looking for. Couldn't have gone better for a video. But yeah, it's basically what happens. Well, sometimes they'll get glitched and it'll glitch the match to where that guy doesn't even follow him late. He basically follows him late for the most part. And you see how that, I think that's the quarter flat that's supposed to basically play that outside wheel route from the tight end, or the wheel route from, yeah, the wheel route from the tight end, the inside wheel route. But instead that outside corner ends up playing the wheel route, and then this safety basically ends up playing the crossing route, and then this Mike Evans route basically gets wide open easily. Now this happens, that's 60, 40, 70, 30. It's sometimes that guy will basically play him late, and it's not happening right there, but he sometimes will play him late, like the first play as you saw, right? This is not, it's showing up more consistent in practice mode, which usually never happens, but in game, it's more like 70, 30. Depending on, so he got bumped there, so I expected him to play it there, but yeah, he didn't. So, but in game, it doesn't happen every time, and you won't get the bomb every single time. You'll have to basically highball it, and you'll get tackled after, but you'll catch it. So, yeah, you're not getting the bomb every time, but in here you are getting the bomb every time. But yeah, just streak the outside receiver, snap it as fast as you can. I swear, man, the faster you snap it, the easier the match bomb works. I cannot stress that enough. Like, snap it as fast as you can. Okay, so there, he followed him right there. See how he followed him right there? I just feel like, yeah, I'm telling you, when you snap it, he's not gonna follow him here because I snapped it fast. Oh, he did follow him, and he got bumped. But it's Mike Evans with double me. But yeah. Now, bunch trail. This is gonna be your man coverage beater. This is gonna be your bread and butter. There's so many plays that so many setups that I'm gonna go out over with you. And first setup is gonna be wheel drag. Motion over to drag, and what you're going to be looking for right here immediately is you're going to be looking for that quick snap throw running back. Now, off of this, I'm going to show you right here, right? That safety that's coming down that's Xavier Howard that's coming down and playing. But the farther he is, and if it's like their user, a lot of times their user will basically be guarding this running back, right? Or something like that will happen where you can quick snap that. If they put the safety on the running back, you can quick snap that, get 2-3 yards, all right? And you can potentially you can drop it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. And if they have like an ability like short route KO on their safety, you're gonna drop it every time. And you can't resort to doing this. But what can happen sometimes is you can basically stiff arm them, break the tackle with like Eric Dickerson or something like that, and basically I want to kind of showcase it right here, right? Maybe it's too much, maybe it might be a little bit annoying. I don't want to keep doing it, but I did it in the first video, basically showcasing that sometimes the drop will happen, but it's rarely ever going to get picked. Now, good thing that's going to happen is, let's say they're guarding, let's say they bring that safety down and their user and the safety, and they're trying to send 6 at you, right? Their user and that safety, and they're trying to send 6 at you. They bring that safety down. What happens here is that when you quick snap this, that's their user instead of that guy right there. Okay, that worked right there, but that's their user potentially. And what's going to happen is, now because that's their user, you're basically stressing them out. And now basically what's going to happen is, it's good to keep these guys on the route, because the thing about like this, obviously you're going to get pressure, you're going to get under pressure, but if you keep that on the route and you have this right there, boom, right there, easy money, right? That's a good simulation of what medium route KO would do, or something like that. But if you do keep your running back on the route, they'll expect your running back to go on the route, and then when you finally do block it, and you do need just that extra little time to throw your corner out, boom, right there, easy money. You know what I'm saying? Just easy money. Now, what I did say, and what you do want to do, basically, be careful with these throws, with these corner routes and stuff like that, with all these medium route KOs and stuff like that. People are running inside shades now, not medium route KOs. So if you get open, you're kind of open. It's not like the other year. I mean, not the other years, like the other weeks, like a few weeks ago. So because people are running inside shades and not KOs no more, some people are running KOs, but when you're open, you're actually open now. So when you throw this, like, you know what I'm saying, throw it away from the receiver and then try to, like, you know what I'm saying, aggressive click on. But they have inside shade now. People are running inside shade and not really KOs anymore. So when you do get open, just, you know what I'm saying, make sure with inside shade, make sure you lead past that a little bit further, because with inside shade, the coverage is a little bit more tighter. So make sure you lead past it a little bit more further away. That's all I would recommend. You know what I'm saying? With inside shade, it's a little bit more tighter. The corner routes still are the best thing to do versus inside shade, but with your shorter in elite, you know what I'm saying, smart routed when you can. But yeah, you also have this drag, tight end slant, right? So you have the underneath drag, underneath slant, right? This is an okay combo. I just don't like it because potentially what's gonna happen is you can motion this out. You can have this drag right here, right? It just, with the drag and the slant, what's gonna happen is gonna keep the user in the middle of the field. If you are gonna do this little drag motion over slant combo, I'm really just gonna look for this this corner route right here. That's kind of what I'm looking for. One of the best corner routes in the game. Really gets open in zone and in man a lot. So if they know you're gonna keep throwing that corner route, they're gonna basically, you know what I'm saying, obviously adjust to it. So like I said, if they adjust to it, remember you have this post route. You can put this post route on the field, right? You put this post route and you can motion over this tight end on an in route, something like that. And then, so you have this post, little corner setup, little post corner setup, tight end on the end, and that works as well. What else can you do? Yeah, you can just block the running back and then motion this guy over on a drag. I did show that, right? And then when you keep the bunch trail, you keep the little trail route from the tight end. Let me show you guys that again. Let me show you guys that again, because that trail route actually does cook, especially if the user starts guarding like the running back or something like that. If you have like that wheel, the user starts guarding the running back, that trail route does cook. And also, if the user basically is like in no man's land, doesn't know what to guard, that trail route does cook. I'm a little bit tired. But yeah, so if you, for example, right, you can do something like this. You can motion block your B receiver. So now you stress the user out. I just gotta throw that route just keeps consistently getting open. I'm trying to show you this little trail route, but this little trail route is getting bumped. I want to show you, basically keep the running back on a wheel to keep the user away from the middle of the field, and I'm trying to throw this trail route, but this trail route is getting bumped by that defensive end, so I can't really show you guys that. But yeah, that trail route really cooks with short and elite. But what I like to do with the trail route, the user's kind of going to guard it. So to keep the trail route, like, you know what I'm saying, unguarded by the user, keep that little running back motion over block. You will get a decent amount of time in the pocket when you block 6 versus like overstorm. You will get like sacked after. Like, don't get me wrong, like they'll get picked up, but then they will get engaged. So you got to make your read. Like they will get picked up, don't get me wrong, but then you do have to make your read. So that's, you know what I'm saying, that's just what I'm letting you know. So the reason why I like to motion block on this setup, right, is because when you're trying to like hit a certain route, right, you want to keep the user away from that route. Attacking the sidelines is cool because you're going to keep the user away from that regardless. But if I'm trying to hit this trail route, and let's say he starts zoning the corner route, if I want to hit this trail route, if I block the running back and then motion over the drag route, right, his life is pretty simple because he can basically peel off the drag and guard the trail route, and then let's say for example he zones out, he puts a curl, you know what I'm saying, a curl or a cloud over there, something like that, just, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure, you know what I'm saying, just something over there, zone and he mans that guy up, right, that corner route. But to make it harder for him to guard that trail route, I'll put the wheel route and then I motion over this guy because the same blocking numbers, but it just the same blocking number. He didn't motion block right there, but it's the same blocking numbers, but it's from different user stress because the stress of the user still is guarding the running back, right? So that's kind of what That's kind of what, you know what I'm saying, I would do right there. Boom, right there. RB still open for the corner route. I can't really show this trail route because he is getting bumped, so I'm not going to show it. I'm tired of showing it. But yeah, also, you do have this little flat that people are starting to throw now. So people are throwing this little flat. People are throwing that flat route when on certain man coverages, basically like this, the inside receiver will basically be manned up to, and he won't be manned up to that outside guy. So people are throwing that flat route and versus man coverage. Sometimes people like to put an outside third in man coverage, right? So they'll put an outside third in man coverage, and then they'll put the safety onto that outside flat route guy. So people are throwing that. That's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying, something to think about. Just showing you guys what's up and what people are running, pretty much. Now, bunch show versus cover 3. Versus cover 3. Nice little combo that you can run. Remember the concept that I taught you guys in the tight end ebook? When you're running a corner route in street concept to basically get the corner route open, you want to motion out that receiver. So basically people are running, you know what I'm saying, this right here, easy money. And pretty much it's the same kind of thing. You can in route this guy and wheel route this guy, or you can keep him on a post, either or. Your quick read, your first read, what you're looking for is that wheel route. What that in route does is he's gonna basically, it's kind of like a makeshift screen because he's gonna block that guy right there. So gonna run like this, all right? And you kind of want to run this to the short side. I'm gonna show you guys like this, but I'm gonna show you do want to run this side to the short side, so you don't have to basically motion out that guy and make it so obvious. So like that, boom, he blocks that guy. You got one man to beat, easy money. That's your first read versus that, right? Same setup, right? You guys seen the setup, right? I hope you did. Streak, wheel, boom. Now, same setup. I'm going to show you guys to the short side, but you can run it to the wide side, but make sure if you're wide side, motion this guy out. So, boom, you have the tight end, and then you have the corner route. Now, the reason why it's better to the short side is because it takes a little less time to develop, so you actually have that corner route pretty fast. You see how long it takes to develop right here? So boom, right there, boom, easy money. That's versus cover 3. You know what I'm saying? You have that corner route, you have the out route potentially, depending on the type of zone drops yeah, depending on the type of zone drops they have. You have the out route, you have that little wheel route. You also have the in route. So for example, boom, had the corner route, in route was late depending on the user. Basically just, you know what I'm saying, reading what the user is going to do and then making your decision from there. The user runs to the corner route, you have the in route, you have the out route, easy money, right? Pretty simple, right? Now I'm going to show you guys short side because it's better from the short side right here. I'm going to show you guys right here. Boom, cover 3, yep. So now you can do the same thing, but you don't have to basically do the motion out, all right? You don't have to do the motion. Easy money. So now you don't have to do the motion. It's super easy. And then what the good thing about this, right, is you can kind of set it up, right, with the corner route. So you can have this little corner route. You have a corner route wheel concept, but this is good versus man coverage, right? So this setup is good to just see what they're in. Man coverage, zone coverage. What are they in, right? You might come out, you know what I'm saying, and just, you don't know what they're in. You can set this up like this with the C route. You don't know if they're in man or zone. The good thing about this is you can kind of still hit that out route versus like curl flats. You can hit it versus clouds as well. And that corner route will still get open versus clouds and curls, right? So it'll get behind the cloud late. So, and you can still hit it like that. Take that up the field for the sideline. Easy money. What you're doing is you're reading that third too, but on the short side, the third will basically follow that streak without the motion, so he'll easily follow it. So also, you don't need the out route, but the out route is just a nice little flood, you know what I'm saying, flood high low on that side. But yeah, now let me show you guys this, right? So the reason why I said you can come out with this versus man and zone it's like a man and zone tester, is because bunch trail. So if they, let me choose me play my man. Let me put it on short side. So if they coming out in man, you can basically run that as a little tester to see what they're in. Bunch trail. I did it again. But yeah, you can basically come out as a tester, boom, like that. Bunch trail, so boom, like that. And then you can block the running back if you don't know what to do, right? So then you can easily, you have the C route, right? Did I call? I think I called cover 3, right? I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. So bunch trail, overstorm. So boom, right there. C route, right? Same combo. And with that, the corner route still gets open. The window is way tighter because he's on the short side of the field, but you still have potential for the corner route to still get open, right? Now, I like this. If I'm going to do this, I want to put stress on the user and make it so the user is not going to be able, like, cool, if I get sacked, I get sacked, right? But I just want to have basically stress on the user so the user is not guarding my corner route or anything like that. So, you know what I'm saying? User not guarding my corner route, I'm happy. It's still throwable. With short end, he'll have a little bit more separation, but it's just a little bit tighter because you don't have as much space on the side of the field to throw to. So, for example, right, when you throw that, that's a little bit more space. That's a little bit more reasonable. But, like, when it's a tight coverage, like an inside shade, you won't have that much space to throw that. So, but when you're on the wide, when you're on the short side of the field, you're really looking for the C route because the C route has a really big potential to get open versus man coverage with short end elite. So, that C route, once he lights up, if they're pressed, especially if they're pressed, obviously they're not pressed, but if they're pressed and you have that C route, he has potential to get open. Easy money, sniper. That's it for bunch trail. Now mesh post, good versus man, good versus zone, right? Show versus man, little man coverage first. Pretty much what you're looking for is just this post route. Nothing really too crazy. It's really not that complicated. You're looking for this post route. You're basically trying to put as much stress on the user by keeping the running back wheel there, the drag there, the slant, right? So you can put the tight end slant here and then flat this guy, basically kind of the same thing, but basically just to keep, you know what I'm saying, keep it honest. That works as well. You can just quick snap it, right? Quick snap the wheel like that. So basically the drag basically will bump the defenders, and then if the user is guarding running back, it's even better because you can quick snap that. If the user is guarding running back, then he might get bumped on the receiver. Sometimes that will happen. If the user is guarding running back, it's cool because then you can basically throw this post route. All right, easy money. That post route is a banger versus man coverage. It's pretty much never going to get bagged. Only thing is the user likes to basically play that the most. So what the user likes to do, pretty much never going to get bagged. Imagine me saying that and then getting bagged. But what the user is going to like to do is he's going to like to just let you throw that once or twice, and because it's right over the middle of the field, right? He's not going to let you throw it too many times. So that's the only bad thing. So make sure when you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to throw this, right? Make sure you're kind of keeping him honest, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, something like a drag. You know what I'm saying? Nice little combo like that. Just something to keep them honest. Like if you have to out route this tight end, you have to motion over this receiver right here. All right. Something to keep, you know what I'm saying, the middle of the field pretty empty. That's kind of what you want to keep. Keep the middle of the field empty so that when you throw this post route, there's nothing there like for the user to basically look for. And then by the time you realize it's, oh snap, there's a route there. It's like, yeah, oh snap, you're dotted. You know what I'm saying? So keep the mentality of like bunch. It's just with everything though. The mentality of everything is like the route that you're really looking to throw. Keep the user away from that route. I don't know how to stress it enough, but that's kind of that's with every formation though. Whatever route you're kind of looking to throw, keep the user away from it. Use other route combos and other underneath to keep the user away from it. You know what I'm saying? Force them somewhere else to where you're wanting to look. If I'm looking for my corner route, I'm gonna keep routes in the middle of the field, route combos in the middle of the field that, you know what I'm saying, is going to be like, oh, that's open in the middle of the field. Oh, okay, this is where he's actually going. He's actually trying to hit me on the sideline, but he has a route combo towards the middle of the field, a high-low. Maybe he has a drag and a post in the middle of the field, but he has a corner route as well. But he's really trying to hit me in the corner because that's, you know what I'm saying, where I'm not gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how you want to look at Madden just in general. So that's why people always attack the sideline every year. But yeah, so you also have this, you know what I'm saying, you streak the slot right here, right? And then you have the running back in route, right? Select the tight end. There's something like that, all right? We have, this is more versus zone, right? That's more versus zone, but I will show you guys that again, right? Yeah, I'll show you guys this again versus zone, because there's a couple plays that you can run versus man and then zone as well. That's not a bad combo versus man. But yeah, mesh post. Let's go versus zone. Just running cover 3. So you have like this. So you have two seams. This is better versus man. You have the running back in route, and then you have the slant from the tight end. I'll show it versus man again. I honestly will show it versus man again, because this is actually a pretty good setup versus man. So you have the slant, boom, in route, boom, right there. It's really good versus man in zone. This is actually really good versus man in zone. So you have the slant, the in, running back in, the slant, and then you have the two seam streaks. And it's good to have two streaks on the field. Well, it's good to have one streak on the field just in case you know what I'm saying, they mess up their coverage, they get into adjusty. But basically the other streak is going to clear out that post, basically. And then the other streak is basically, it's going to clear out the zones in the middle of the field. And then also, it's just used as a good seam streak. You know what I'm saying? You could basically seam streak that right there. Right? With the tall receiver, he'll catch it a bit earlier. So it's the chances of it being knocked out is a bit less. So right there. And then easy money. You know what I'm saying? This just opens up the zones real nice. Really good concept right there. Now, what's it called? Same setup. Boom, right here. Out route the tight end. Streak. This. Boom. Right here, what you're looking for. You're looking for the running back wheel. This is like a little red zone dot that you're kind of gonna want to look for in the red zone. So you're looking for that running back wheel. You're also looking for this little high ball in the red zone. That's like in the red zone, you have that little high ball in the middle of the end zone. The user is going to tend to guard that running back route once he sees the motion over. It's good that you can motion over your tight end. So the user is going to tend to guard this right here. The user is going to guard that running back here. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. If the user doesn't guard the running back, you have a free touchdown. But if the user starts guarding the running back, boom. Or the user gets in no man's land because he doesn't know where to guard the running back or this tight end in. You could put the tight end on a slant instead of an in route. But that little post route gets a sweet, soft spot in the zones, especially when you have this little streak clearing out those little hook zones. So you can have that slant or the in route. I personally like the slant. And then you have that, you know what I'm saying, you have the post and you have the wheel route. So that's pretty much it. What else do I want to have? Yeah. Oh, I want to stress this enough. When you're running this mesh post, right? If the user throw this quick snap wheel a lot, man. Throw this quick snap wheel a lot. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, throw this quick snap wheel a lot, man. I'm just like, throw that quick snap wheel a lot. It's gonna do you more good than harm. Just watch the user, make sure the user's not like creeping on the little, like, you know what I'm saying, curl flat guy, or the flat guy over there. But yeah, just throw that quick snap wheel a lot, get your 3, 4, 5 yards. Is there anything else I gotta go over? Verticals. You guys know verticals. Put the tight end on a drag, the running back on an in route, you know what I'm saying, high, low, and then the crossing route. What else do I got to go over? I feel like I want to get verticals and flood in another ebook. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me just show you guys flood. Flood is still good versus man and zone. Flood. I'll just show you guys Flood versus random 2-4. So Flood, right? You come out, you see like that, running back out route, you know what I'm saying, or tight end drag, running back in route, easy money, right? That's, you know what I'm saying, that's Flood. I'm literally, there's really nothing to teach, right? You're just reading the outside guy, right? Boom, right there. Versus man coverage, you have that little out route. You also have that backside in. It's good because you're attacking the sideline, keeping the user away. Keeping the user away with that running back out route. That running back out route, it's good to keep them away from the from where you want to throw, which is you want to throw that little out, and it's good. One adjustment. The good thing about this is one adjustment, quick snap, and you're out of there. You know what I'm saying? Short in, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, light up, cook. One adjustment and you're out of there, which is really good. One right there. If they have no zone there, if they have a zone drop, if they don't, you know what I'm saying, if they have something that's like not gonna guard that. Also, this running back, I'm telling you, I've been using running back wheels, and a lot of people have been using running back wheels. You know what I'm saying? They're throwing the quick snap running back wheel routes even more this year, especially versus like users, and they're throwing it versus AIs and everything. Step in the pocket, boom, in route, easy money. That's pretty much it. Let's go verticals, right? Drag, you have to drag, running back in route. Easy money, right? I like to re-streak this guy on when you're running verticals, just so he basically clears that zone out a little bit better, faster, right? Easy money. Ooh, that guy kind of played that. Not even gonna lie. I was about to say easy money. You kind of played that, but yeah, verticals. Motion out this guy. You still have this throw. You still have this throw sometimes. You still have that sideline motion that wheel sometimes on certain zones. I'm not gonna lie to you. So you can still throw that versus certain zones. That route is always gonna be it. But yeah, this is pretty much it for the ebook. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm out. Peace.